Hey everybody, Tracy Brown here. And so our kind of theme this week has been around food, feelings, emotion, self-care, that kind of thing. And so I'm going to summarize a little bit just because I know tomorrow's Q&A. So I want you to be thinking about what's come up from you from these videos for this week. If you've missed some, you get a chance to either go backwards from this week or I don't think they're all up on the YouTube channel yet for you to review back to back, but we'll be working on that. But anyway, so we talked a little bit about food, feelings, and self-care in general this week. Starting on Monday. Tuesday, like a little bit of freedom to rebel, like giving our clients just the permission that like they might want to rebel against being that attuned to their bodies sometimes, and what could that mean, or what does it mean about them if they want to like break all their food rules and they haven't in 20 years, or if they do it and they feel guilty about it, being able to unpack those things with them. I talked a little bit Wednesday about the tragedy of the word resistance, which I don't use, so if you didn't see that video, go back to Wednesday that was there. I think that one was really important around thinking more about a hesitance place and a fear place, and giving them some space and grounding to stand on with that. So Thursday, which is today, we're going to talk about, do you notice a trend in your clients with upticks of struggles with their food around certain emotions? And again, our job isn't to try to fix all that for them from an emotional perspective. I mean, we want our clients in good therapy if they need it, if something feels too intolerable. But just notice, one of your jobs is to notice like, wow, this client really, above all else, if they had to pick one, shame is just excruciating for them. And it really leads them to do some numbing out that they don't typically do, and bringing that to the surface for them. Or, maybe it's one of these clients that has a lot, and I see this a lot, honestly, in my binge eaters. And that's hard. It's not that it's not repairable, but there's a lot of suppressed rage. Not in all binge eaters. I'm just saying that there's I see common themes of a lot of repressed rage and doing. It's almost like, okay, I'll do what you say, and that's a pattern their whole life of somebody that's kind of like overstepped their boundaries so much with a person that they become like kind of collapsed and shut down. And I'll just take in, I'll take it in. And that's the pattern you see through their food. There's a lot of repressed rage about, whatever their circumstances were. And they tend, and it won't just be through their food, it's going to be through a lot of things in their lives. I can think of a client in particular that really just catered to a lot of other people's chaos and just kind of took it and ate. As I waited to kind of like soothe that, push it down. And it's really powerful for us coaches and dietitians to be able to say, that thing just happened, and that's got to just be really maddening for you, or so frustrating for you that happens. And then I wonder how that impacts like how you eat and drink all day, like having to take that all day long. It seems like you take that all day long. I mean, what's that like? And it's not, again, that we're getting into like the main issue, but just you're trying to like present like, I wonder, for our clients. And what's that got to do with you? And the title of this video, which is being our client's shoes, is that, have you ever had an emotion? And I'd love for you guys to put in the comments below, have you ever had an emotion where it just feels like, I don't want to go there? And so I'll share mine, because I had a weird relationship with kind of every emotion. And this, you might see this is common in your clients too, is that like things were just expressed in general. So for me personally, it was, I felt like I felt like chronic shame was my home note of like feeling bad, like what happened to me in my life? What is everything, everything just, feels hard. But for me, anger wasn't something that was allowed. I would never have identified with feeling that afraid. I would say the word anxious, but it'd be very surface around like events, like, oh, I have a test and I'm so anxious, or the softball game's coming and I hope I really do a really good job and don't embarrass myself in front of people, and that makes me really anxious. So I would kind of say things like that, but I was very good at like, okay, like compartmentalizing that and showing up and doing the thing, and but not really dealing with like those issues. You know, so anger wasn't allowed. Shame was common. Fear, like, nah, I don't really get afraid. I just get like anxious about stuff. But then, you know, moving on. And joy was like, well, this is a really good thing, but it was very muted. And so you might see that in your clients as well. And it's important to be able to maybe help them see how that impacts their food and their beliefs of their body. And just give it an opportunity to get curious about, so they can take it. You know, some of the work we do with our clients, we're providing the space that they work through it without more. But a big percentage of our clients are going to need additional help that we can't provide, which we want to be able to recognize quickly so they can move on more efficiently. So if I had to say an emotion that I would really struggle with was probably anger. I was just very scared of it, and I felt like it was destructive and it would be bad and people would get hurt, and your clients are going to say that to you, like, anger, I can't go there, it's not nice to be angry, I can't express it. No, that's not with all your clients, but a lot of them it will be, and there'll be a lot of repression around that, and you'll see how it shows up through their food is you know, not getting frustrated when boundaries are crossed, or angry about that, or not expressing that like this is not something they wanted. And it'll show up in their food. They'll either show up in like the flailing of getting all the food that they can, or just that like frustration and chronic like irritation of not getting their needs met, but not knowing if it's safe to speak up about that, or if it's too much to speak up about that. So I want you to start seeing where the emotions are a mismatch for the circumstance, how that's impacting their food, and see if you can start to bring that to the, like, just their awareness. So I hope this video was helpful. Please, 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 I would love to hear your maybe either client things you're not quite sure what to do with, your own personal experience. I'd love to hear that. And please, obviously, you know, let your friends know about this group, because I think this information is really, really important. Because, you know, we can all provide like the nutrition stuff, but we need to be good unpackers of what's showing up with their eating, their food, and nutrition, and what's keeping them from doing what they actually want to be doing, what's actually keeping them from feeling good enough or safe enough to be attuned to what their needs are with their food, with their movement, cooking, whatever it is. And that's a whole other story. I mean, how many clients do you know that won't cook for themselves? That has to be unpacked. Like, what's the barrier? You know, sometimes it is access to food and maybe even cooking it, to be honest. That I've come across that a lot. But I think the majority of time, even with limited resources, and cooking with even simple ingredients and plainer foods and all those kind of things and nothing fancy, we can have satisfying meals. I think the issue is for most people, do we feel like they deserve it? And usually underneath that is some emotion that they haven't gone there with yet. So I hope this video was helpful. Again, I appreciate all y'all's presence and yeah, participation. So I love it. We're gonna be doing some fun things here in this group coming up soon. I'm still kind of brainstorming some fun things, but letting other people you know, share as well, like, you know, their tips, their strategies, their questions, and we all get to take turns, you know, helping each other a little bit here too. So thank you all so much, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye.